right. It wouldn't be hard to jump onto the terrace from the hill next to the house. Let's see. I could sneak in. I'm sure the powerful build would allow me to do that. I think I had like some sort of acrobatic thing at one point. Yeah, let's try it. You make your way up the hill and survey the terrace. This should be easy. You take a step back and jump. You land and try the door. It's unlocked. Fools! Leaving your doors unlocked. Ha! This is child's play. The upstairs at the clinic feels like a decommissioned museum. Old furniture is covered in plain white sheets, and a thick layer of dust coats the floor. This place hasn't seen any use in years. You're in the clinic. Free to explore as you please. There are parts of me that wishes this was like this incorporated some point-and-click adventure elements in it. I love the idea of the choose-your-own-adventure style playthrough, and I dig it, and I don't want to lose that, but I do wish there was elements like where I could click on something in the background and get more information on it. That would be kind of cool. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. You can feel that odd sensation again, the nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. You've been caught by its gravity, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around a corner and toward a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar. No, it's a door, as if inviting you to enter. Turn on the lights. It's a morgue. Hamper butt? What are you doing in the morgue? Hi. Hey. It's the awkward flirting duo. Sorry, this must look kind of weird. I promise I'm not secretly dead or already or something. Sometimes I just come down here to practice, rehearse. It's got to be an interesting thing to be faced with your own mortality in such a way, to give you the kind of odd perspective and somewhat of a interesting viewpoint and clarity on life, and especially if you have a morgue in your house. Just saying. I am flirting with everybody at this point. I am not. Nobody's pinned me down. I am all over. That's good to know. I'm still not, but I'm glad I haven't managed to scare you off. It's not often I get to meet new people, especially new people I would like to get to know better. His words seem distant to you. The tugging. Oh, it's strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance and your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Let's follow the pull. You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. I'm gonna get the giggle fits now. Hey, are you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment, the thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. You kind of looked possessed for a second there. Are you good? Make him understand. Why, a wall, neatsy thing, but wall stand in way. Well, okay, I'm not talking to Dustin here. Yeah, there's a stone carving on the other side of the wall. I need to see it. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? It was probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency axe somewhere upstairs. It's amazing how cool people are with me just going in and, tearing down their drywall. I just need to get the dock out of our hair. Should take 2 seconds. Get the dock out of our hair. Why use axe when I have just break wall with fist? Oh, there's a... Oh, yeah, that sounds awesome. I'll explore a little more, get the doc out of our hair. Yeah, if I say I'm sick and need something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. Surefire way to get her out of the house. And most of the time it's true anyway. No shame in that. Exactly. I so want to just try smashing. Hulk smash! Wall! Need get to stone. Yep. I'm not an expert, but I'm guessing it would be more efficient for you to use those big arms to wield an axe instead of tearing into the wall like some kind of wild animal. Though that would be super cool to see. Be right back. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited, his usual dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear his soft voice flittering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. I can't go to school today. Hey, Mom. He coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out, though. Really? I thought I'd just pick some up. I've got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice and some ginger ale, too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask. I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. It doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, then the front door opening and closing. It worked! The theatric rasp has left his voice, excitement rising in its place. Come on up. We don't have long until she's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it, your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is, though I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I'll show you around. Let's try the doc's office first. You make your way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medical supplies. But something on the desk catches your eye, some sort of records with your family's name on them. Yeah, you're a fast reader. Let's skim these. Reese stops in the doorway, turning to watch you leaf through the documents. Find something interesting? They're your family's death certificates. Let's take a look at them. Cause of death, sleep apnea, discovered by her daughter, Tabitha Chrysanthemum Scarlet. No autopsy performed. Tabitha's middle name is Chrysanthemum? Wonder who cursed her with that mouthful. Oh, I think it's pretty. Edward Dean's death certificate. Born April 9th, 1913. Died February 12th, 2003. Age 89. Cause of death, heart failure. Signed by her granddaughter, Pearlane Scarlet. Pretty normal. Almost made it to 90. Died of a normal old person illness. Enoch! Born September 9th, 1887. Died August 20th, 1957. Age 69. Cause of death, fall from cliff. This one has a coroner's report attached. Organs sustained impact injuries. Lacerations to the neck and body consistent with fall from great height. Whoa, an actual autopsy report. Looks ancient. Let's look. We only have one other. Oh, Theodore Scarlet, cause of death, crushed in mine collapse, body not recovered, by Enoch Scarlet. That's right, you had a great uncle who died in the collapse. Joseph Scarlet, born August 1920, died, okay, more. Both killed in Normandy in the line of duty. These must have been Edward Dean's brothers. Fetal death, Andrew Scarlet, Charles Scarlet. Edward Dean Scarlet was mother. Cause of death, complications during birth, no doctor present, home burial. That settles the question of whether you're related to Charlie. Missing, presumed dead, signed by Edward. Ooh. She went missing the same day Enoch died in a hiking accident. Suspicious, especially with lacerations on his neck and such. Cause of death, complications during childbirth, signed by her mother, Edward Dean Scarlet. Wow, that's a lot of kids to outlive. You turn around and leave the office. It's time to move on. The medical supply room is probably a good bet. A fire axe seems like something that might be useful in a room full of chemicals. It's just down the hall. There it is! Looks like it needs a key, though. We better not break the glass. I'd rather explain why I had to steal the axe after we had a chance to use it. There must be a key in here somewhere. He stops, as if listening to something you can't hear. Shit, she's back already. As if on cue, you hear the front door to the clinic open and close, the creak of its antique hinges echoing down the hallway. Footsteps start down the hall. She's headed this way. Quick, we gotta hide. I'm not supposed to be in here. He opens the closet door and hurriedly motions you inside. You slip past him, scrunching into the small space as best you can. He attempts to slide in after you. Let him in! You make space, and he slips in next to you, closing the door just enough that you can both still monitor the entrance to the supply room. Dr. Kelly storms in, plastic bag in tow. She takes something out of the bag and places it on the counter. And then she hurries back out, bag rustling, as she makes her way back down the hallway. We better wait a second just in case. Oh, we're flirting! You're momentarily distracted by the danger at hand, by Reese's sudden closeness. It's almost strange to be here with him after the way he was hidden away for the first few days of your week in Scarlet Hollow. It made him into a seemingly mythical figure, the tragic artist, wasted away in a basement guarded by a tyrannical warden. Now he's right in front of you, a flesh and blood human being, one you could reach out and touch if you so desired. Oh, I desire! Let's lean in. Gently touch his arm. Sometimes words aren't enough. You pretend to lean in to get a better look through the small gap in the door. Your skin brushes against his. It's cool, as you'd expect from someone who'd just taken a nap in a morgue, but not unpleasant. It's almost a relief in the sticky air of the closet. He reflexively twitches away from you, emitting a small involuntary gasp. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump you. His voice is quiet. You can feel him trembling slightly, the air between you practically vibrating. Hey there? I don't mind. You can feel him relax slightly, though he's still tense, coiled up in a small space like an anxious cat. Oh, then if you need to lean in, that's okay. I don't mind either. You lean in again, and so does he. Your bodies touching as you both stare out into the office. You feel his heartbeat through his skin. It's going at a rapid pace, his breaths shallow. But the sounds of him are drowned out by Dr. Kelly's footsteps creaking their way across the house toward the open door to the office. His head swivels suddenly. That was the door to the house. We're in the clear. Let's go. God damn it, Sammy, I love you. The two of you spill out into the closet. Reese quickly and quietly starts pulling out drawers, scanning them for keys. You can't help but notice what Dr. Kelly left on the long steel table in the middle of the room, a sprig of small furry fruits, castor beans. You've seen them somewhere else in town, but for the life of you, you can't remember where. I remember where! But I guess I don't remember where. It's like playing D&D. It's like the discrepancy between player knowledge and character knowledge. Where did your mom get the castor beans? Yes, found the keys. Yeah, it was Sybil. I remember when we had the tea in our office together, I was pointing out the plants that had poisonous properties, and that was one of them. He holds up a small ring of keys, each with a strip of colored tape on the head. What's this about beans? Oh, those weird little fruit things. Reese unlocks the cabinet and offers you the fire axe. Here's your axe. And I don't know, I've never seen them before. I'm not allowed in the supply room. It's probably some kind of medicinal plant, right? She took out a chemistry set too, though come to think of it, she's not supposed to make medicine. She's not a pharmacist. This room is just storage for orders she gets from a pharmacist over in Brevard. Why would she bring something like that in here? I mean, if it's storage for a pharmacist later, she could just be storing it for the pharmacist in Brevard. Let's let him draw his own conclusions. Maybe she has some kind of information on it lying around here somewhere. That drawer over there is locked. If I were information on some mysterious alien-looking fruit, I'd probably be in a locked drawer, right? Good thing I already have the keys. He unlocks the drawer, pulling out a notebook. This is about me. There's stuff in here from when I was like 12, and it's some kind of diary or medical history or both, I guess. What the hell is this? Something about another episode? Guessing she's referring to one of my rough nights. Oh, here we go. There's some illustrations. He glances to the strange plant on the countertop. It's those beans you mentioned. She uses them to make my medicine. That's poison, right? He jerks his head toward the door. Shit, that was the door from the house. We gotta run. You follow Reese's instructions, once again starting down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right. We did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge, but there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just going to chill in the morgue. I got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all the industrial clanging you listen to. Convenient. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Don't you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You don't have to do that. I'll grab something from my room later. Sure, whatever you're able to do. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey. Wall, now, yes, wall. May I make the first blow? Sure, if I want to get in a few after you. I've got some confused and angry feelings I'd like to work out. You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. It's like cutting through butter. You were right. You could have torn through it with your bare hands. This whole axe thing was unnecessary. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Holy shit. The splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut deep into the side of a cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place in the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthly mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward, and you climb into the hole. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting, and you struggle down the hallway towards the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you stagger past it. Well, are you okay? You don't respond, and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years, the planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. Alright. I was going to get a better look at it. Meh. Enoch, I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. They said there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. Those doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research. And I found us an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on out, I promise. I went to talk to the witch. A witch? But that's nonsense. It's alright. It's all sorted. We're taking you home today, and everything will be resolved by this time next week. Everything goes black. Your vision swims back into focus, and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. Hey, I was worried you'd slipped into a coma or something. You tore down a wall like a wild animal, found some weird carving and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. Are you okay? Wait, nothing spooky happened? The mountain didn't collapse on us? No ghosts? Nothing spooky yet? Yeah, I should probably get going. I had a vision. Like a hallucination? I have those sometimes too. Used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things like my hands would look wrong or my neck would seem too long or the room would feel small. Yeah! Yeah, those kind of visions. Making me very suspicious of my family. That's probably a good thing, right? The Scarlets have always seemed like one of those old money families with a ton of secrets. And that estate up on the hill seems like the kind of place that's seen at least one murder. Maybe you should try and stay away from that place. See, at this point, I know what's going to happen, so like I'm trying to not. But even so, well, should probably be hitting the old dusty trail. That might be a little tricky. The doc is on the warpath up there. I refuse to take my medicine, and she's not happy about it. I'm sure you can understand why. Maybe you should take your medicine. There's no way I was going to take anything she gave me. She'd been poisoning me for years. I've been thinking about what you said at dinner last night, and I don't see any... I didn't say anything at dinner that night. I specifically avoided any insinuation about any kind of poisoning or any kind of anything along those lines. Yeah, we got the Hellraiser poster on the wall. I went ahead and blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait her out. Yeah, that might be Martyrs. I think it is. And that might be... looks like In the Mouth of Madness. Right here. I don't want to be down here. I want to leave. I want to go home! Why? You're safer down here even out there. Out there, she could hurt you, or someone else could. I'm trying to think of what this is, though. I can't picture it. It'll be just a few hours maximum, then we'll both be free, I promise. Alright, this seems like a crossroads thing, so I'm going to be taking my time a little bit. Not because I want Jumana to be kind of offering input on strategic crossroads. Certainly not that at all, but mostly because I just want to give it some thought. Oh, what to do? You're being a creep. I'm calling my cousin. Remain silent. I said I'm leaving. Powerful build 2. Knock him out and leave. I was... you know what? That was my instinct. Just because it seems funny. But yeah, here we go. Socko! Before he can respond, you launch from the bed and slam him with a right hook to the jaw. More than enough power to drop someone like Reese. But he doesn't drop. That was awesome. Do it again. There's a knock on the window. Hey! Leave now before the situation is like, trying to. Who the hell are you? Thank God you're... Get me out of here! Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the window. Good luck, freak. That glass is shatterproof. Yeah, that's normal, having shatterproof glass for your basement. Of course, given everything, I think that's actually pretty reasonable for Dr. Kelly to have done. You feel a hand on your shoulder and are thrown back from the window. Get away! Leave us alone! As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases as ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. The window shatters. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. I get it. You're the guy who's been following Hamper Butt. I love the name, and it is silly, and I don't regret that it cuts through the dramatic tension every once in a while. Enemies all around us, huh? In a surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes. As it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off, and Wayne along with it. Oh, what to do? Run for the stairs? Stay where I am? I don't have an option of calling yet, so I wonder if it even matters. I can't call Tabitha yet. I don't have that option yet. I have 2 options in front of me. I'm gonna run! You've seen enough to know that you need to leave. You run up the stairs. The door is blocked by a chair. And then it's blocked by something else too. Tear through them. They stretch and rip, yellow and red globs of paint coating your hands in place of viscera. Finally, the wood slippery in your painted grip. You fling the door open. Run to the front door! Freedom! You rush to the front door. But the things in the paintings, the smears are faster. They flow out from every crack in the wood, flattening themselves against the door frame. You pull, but it's sealed shut, as if they'd learned from your first attempt. And then you hear the thud of massive footsteps coming up from the basement stair. You turn to witness Reese. I can't let anyone leave right now. She might find a way out. But it's okay. I'll make it so she won't be able to hurt anyone anymore. Go back downstairs. You'll be safe there. You size Reese up. You're going to need some heavier firepower than your fists to deal with them. Shit. I don't have an option to call yet. No, please don't do this. Stay. Stay as in quietly return to the basement? Stay as in argue with him and stay where I'm at? I have options. First one, I'm not going to let you kill your mother. All right. You won't be able to stop me. It has to be done, Hamper Butt. I'm sure you'll understand. I love the Hamper Butt thing. I'm sure you'll understand once the moment has passed. Reese turns and disappears deeper into the clinic. Call Tabitha for help. Here we go. Hey, where are you? This is going to be a little tough to explain, and I have to apologize in advance, but... what do you know about Reese? Reese is going to kill his mom? That seems like the most likely. Oh, what? I always knew there was something that smelled off about that kid. Stay put. I'm on my way. Don't get eaten. If I basically just use Tabitha as cannon fodder from here on out, strap her to my chest like freaking body armor so she can take the hits, that'd be hilarious. I'm not going to lie. Your cousin hangs up the phone. Try and warn Dr. Kelly. You're not sure who to help. Best to follow Reese and see how things play out. Huh. I'm gonna save. Let's see. I'll try and warn her. You make your way to the door that beckoned to you yesterday, all intrigue, now washed away. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement of the clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway. So far you can't answer. Oh. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there is a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. Open the door! You grasp the handle and turn. Doc! Roll out of the way! You're quick to follow her command. Your body falling forward and rolling gracefully out of harm's way. She shoots! The gun isn't very loud. There's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls the tranquilizer dart out from between his ribs, heaving heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're gonna have to try harder than that, you... How did you... As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out between the cracks in the wood. Reese is panicked, pulling in a mob of furious smears to hold his enemies in place. The artist starts away, but the smears continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway, and Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. Well, I'm not worried about me so much as it is kind of like determining whether, like between Dr. Kelly and Reese, and wondering if there's like an option to save everybody. I mean, I know the opening intro to the game every time I launch it says you can't save everybody, but you need to arm yourself. You rush down to the morgue, practically flying down the steps. The axe is still lying on the floor where you and Reese left it. You pick it up. A feeling of safety settles into your chest as you grip the wooden handle. At least, if you have to fight, you're prepared. Hey! Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out of some unseen speaker. You, hamper butt! I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help the both of us. What the hell is your son, ma'am? I wish I knew. He was fine until he hit puberty. Everyone said raising a teen was going to be a bitch, but they don't know the half of it. Wow. I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions when you're there. Let's go. Axe in hand, you rush up the stairs from the morgue and into the medical storage room. I'm here. Great. Now listen to me. I need you to use the black taped key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle labeled carfentanil. Bear tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. And an intercom system, huh, Doc? Good. You should hear this. Hamper butt, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not going to hurt anyone else. Just her. If you don't, you and I both know she's just going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers. Did I hear that right? And shove me back down into that basement, or maybe someplace even worse, and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence? I feel amazing right now, better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous, she's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. I just want to go home. Like, this is a whole thing. This seems like the... Yeah, I'm not gonna let you kill someone. Let's not have anyone die. Does she know this tranquilizer is gonna kill me? Pretty sure they won't. Trust me, Reese, I've always been careful with your medication. I want you to live. I love you. Tell yourself whatever lies you have to, Mom. If you wanted a good relationship, you had your chance, and you decided, wow, this is a whole thing. Don't try to spin it like some kind of crime of passion now that the consequences are staring you in the face. Enough. Reese cries out in pain. What the hell did you do to my shoulder? I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. Oh man, we got some options here. I got the powerful build options. Like, I wouldn't help Reese fight Wayne. Wayne is creepy, but he doesn't appear to be like an immediate threat. I would help Wayne fight Reese, but that seems like it would be a big crossroads from grabbing the tranquilizers and going into the safe room. Like, why would I go to the safe room without him? Didn't I do that at some point? I think I may have. Like, that was a really shitty option. Well, I can grab the tranquilizers and then maybe see if I still have the option to help with the fight. Let's do that. Oh, okay, yeah, we still have an option. Ah, shit. Yep. Yep, not really hiding that one, Sammy. Wait, do I not have the chat showing up anymore? I haven't been watching my streaming screen here. No, it hasn't been. What the hell? Why did that go away? Chat box. There we go. I have no idea why that went away. All right. Okay. Let's leave. Here we go. You make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves the door, open the door, slowly breaking apart the mass of paint, sealing it shut. Hurry! I don't think I can keep it open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly, though one of those little smears manages to slip past her. She stomps on it. Painted viscera splatters across the cement floor. Sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. Yeah, you might want to load that gun. Yeah, what's the short term and long term? Let's go over everything here. Well, I pump him full of elephant tranquilizers, then I lock him in here. Then I somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. Then we all live happily ever after. No harm with this plan. Yeah, has that worked before? He's never known the exact nature of his condition before, or maybe it was a mistake to hide it from him. But I thought it meant he could feel like he had more freedom, not knowing that if he just stopped taking his pills, he could become big and pointy enough to kill me. I'm going to have to revoke some of those freedoms now. He's not going to like that, but I think he'll understand, even if it takes time. I don't think he wants to hurt people. He just can't help what he is. Let's talk Reese. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Yeah, more than a few. Go ahead, I have nothing left to hide. How did he not know what he was? I've been medicating him since he was 12. We've only had 3 incidents like this before, maybe 4 depending on what counts. This is the worst one by far. He doesn't seem to understand at first that he looks different, and I just make sure to stay on top of his dosages, so he rarely ever does. But I've been preparing for this inevitability. He's an adult now. There's only so much I can do to control him. What is he? At first I thought he was some kind of werewolf, but if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him, but from what I've seen, from what he looks like, it's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him while he's fully transformed. I'd be fascinated to know what happens to him, or how his body does it. But he seems pretty hell-bent on ripping my throat out, so I guess that'll just have to remain a mystery. Yeah, was his dad similar? A strange little smile creeps on Dr. Kelly's face. I wish I knew. Reese just... Immaculate conception. That old chestnut trope in writing. This just kind of happened. I wasn't seeing anyone. I just woke up pregnant one day. I know it's impossible. I'm a doctor, for Christ's sakes. I kept having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kind of sweet, but they were just dreams. But then, all of a sudden, my period stopped. I got morning sickness, and roughly 9 months later, Reese. How do you know he's dangerous? I mean, he is kind of stomping around saying he's going to kill people. Alright, leave it at that. Well, let's wait for Reese. The sound of distant breaking glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe room. Shit, this might be game time. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. Hey, buddy. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the... We should have done that before having a conversation. God, that should be locked and loaded, ready to go. Jesus, what the hell is wrong with us? Let's give him the tranquilizer darts. Gonna try and save everyone. Don't think it's possible, but gonna try. That didn't go as planned. Before Dr. Kelly can fire, a different shot rings out. Reese's body is thrown to the wall. Shotgun in hand, your cousin rounds the corner and trains her weapon on his writhing body. Tabitha, what are you doing here? Stop it. Let me sedate him. We can deal with this non-lethally. Are you insane? That thing was trying to kill you. Oh, jeez. Yeah, let's sedate him. First one? Shit. All right. Kablamo. I mean, you know what? Considering all options, that might just be the most humane. I don't know. You two, help me drag this thing outside. We're burning it. The three of you stand around Reese's mangled, still twitching body. Your cousin pours gasoline. She's done this before. She's like... she knows how to take care of a body of a monster. Then she lights a match. Whoosh, he screams as he erupts into flames. It's inhuman, the ruin of his face, incapable of making any recognizable sounds beyond a guttural wail. It seems to last forever, and then it stops. Achievement, cousin bonding time, watch the flames. Get some marshmallows. Get some s'mores. In its absence, there is only the roaring of flames and the sobbing of his mother, staring down at the writhing, burning body of what once was her son. I'm sorry, Dr. Kelly. You want a marshmallow? I always knew there was something off about that kid. He had a weird smell. Hug Tabitha. Before she can push you away, you wrap your cousin in your arms and squeeze. She sighs, patting you on the back, a stunning display of affection from someone as cold as Tabitha. You release her, and she steps back, putting her usual distance between the two of you. His suffering is over now, Dr. Kelly. Don't you dare say that to me while my son is burning. He's not. He's done burning. He's more smoldering than anything right now. I don't care what he was. He's gone now. And you trying to comfort me is just fingering that fresh wound. Don't bother. He wasn't even human. You shouldn't be so broken up about some wild animal that had every intention of killing you. He was human. I did tests. Genetically, he was no different from us. And he was an incredible artist. Well, everything in the basement might be worth a little more now. And he was thoughtful and kind, and most importantly, he was my son. Dr. Kelly falls silent, the flames dancing around her tear-streaked face. I'm sorry, Joan. An acrid smell hangs in the air, the stink of burning flesh stinging your nostrils. But he's gone. There's only a charred pile of ashen bones where his writhing body once lay. Nothing moves. Nothing tries to mend itself. There is nothing left to be mended. I'm going to bed. Not a word of this to anyone, or there'll be hell to pay. You don't have to tell me twice. Dr. Kelly starts back down the hill toward the clinic, leaving the two of you next to the smoldering ashes. I'm parked down the hill. Let's get out of here. I need a shower. My hair smells like burning corpse. The two of you make your way to the bottom of the hill, where Tabitha's car is parked among the sleepy houses of Scarlet Hollow's residential street. She places her gun in the trunk and turns to face you. You're alone right now. Every other time you've gotten into trouble, Stella's been with you. Where is she? She's been missing since last night. She what? Why didn't you tell me? I shouldn't have let her run off like that. What was I thinking? The two of you are interrupted by the sound of panting and the telltale jingling of dog tags. It's the militia. They've poured out of the woods to stand before you on the road. What in the... You were looking for Gretchen, weren't you? We found her and her person. They're by the side of the road a little ways through the woods. They're both fine, but the human wouldn't leave when we tried to make her, and Gretchen insisted on sticking by her side, so we have to take you to them. Hopefully you can use her people words to get them to somewhere safe. The woods are crawling with those awful creatures. It's not safe anymore, not even for a human. Why do those dogs look so serious? We should get in the car before they eat us. They found Stella. Come on, we better follow them. How do you know that? No time words, we go now. I love the caveman speak in this game sometimes. You start toward the tree line, disappearing into the underbrush before Tabitha can try to stop you. Hey, where are you going? Your cousin jogs after you. You let the dogs lead you into the wilderness, following on their heels as they take you to Stella. Before long, the trees thin, and you find yourself on a steep hill by a 2-lane road, lined on one side by sheer rock. Yeah, it's getting to be the hour point, because my mouth is no longer doing the words right. And there they are. Keep them safe. Be seeing you, speaker. They leave. There, sitting on a log, staring mournfully at the asphalt, is Stella. You watch her from the underbrush. She's alive, thank God. She sounds more exasperated than relieved. Yeah, you should go talk to her. She'd probably be glad to see you. I don't know, we've got baggage. I'll just make things worse. No, you're right. She's been practically begging for us to be closer than we are. It's time I stopped letting my dead mother dictate who I'm allowed to talk to. But I'm not talking to her alone. We're doing this together. All right, you talk to Stella. I'll talk to Gretchen. The two of you join Stella, perching on the old log on either side of her. God, Tabby, that ghost really did a number on you. I'm so sorry. You had Hamperbutt worried all day, you know. And it looks like you got into some trouble too, Hamperbutt. You're all covered in blood. Should have used a wet nap. This is where your parents died, right? I don't think we ever got this little mini clip insight before. She's lucky she's okay wearing the seatbelt like that. Oh, dip. Oh, double dip. Wow. At the edge of everything, find out what happened to Stella. Oh, we did. We never did. So that was a new achievement. Have you been sitting here all day? Yeah. Just waiting. Silence falls over the three of you, the wind rustling in the leaves at the sound of night insects carrying on around you, muted in the still night. Nothing happened, though. That's probably for the best. Tabby, did I do something wrong after the accident? What? There's whole years of my life that feel like they just never happened. Like every time I try and remember them, it's blank. I have all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't remember filming. It's scary. Did I do something to push you away? No, all you wanted to do was talk to me. But Perlane wouldn't let you near me. Oh. Oh, stop hiding behind your mom's corpse. To the Dead Moms Club. No, there's no good option here. I'm shutting up. This is between the two of them. The three of you stare out into the quiet night. I think the accident is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see them again. I wanted to know whether I even could. I never found anything, so I eventually gave up. Then last night happened. And I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen with them too. Even if it meant seeing the crash again or seeing them all messed up and dead. I just wanted to see them. It's been a whole day. I don't think they're coming. Do you want to say goodbye? Stella sits in silence for a long moment, her breaths slow and even. Goodbye. I love you. Don't worry about me. I'm going to be fine. She's silent again, as if waiting for a response. No response comes. But she smiles, a lively glimmer returning to her sad eyes. I kind of felt better. I don't think I realized how much I kind of trapped myself in my own head. Thank you for breaking me out of it, you two. Stella straightens up, stretching her back. Gretchen wags her tail, tags jingling in the quiet night air. I know that stretch. That's the time to go home. I'm so happy I forgot to do the Gretchen voice. It's been like 2 episodes now. Thank the Lord. I'll be sleeping in my own bed tonight. Thank you for talking sense into this girl. We should probably head back, right? I haven't slept in a day. Oh, yeah, I mean, this is an open wound. We probably don't need to be fingering the wound. She doesn't hear about this tonight. Yeah. Yeah. At least for now. The three of you and Gretchen make your way back through the woods before arriving at Stella's house. This is me. Thanks again, you two. It's time for us to get back to the estate, Hamperbutt. Tabby, wait. Before you go. Aww! I got an achievement. I never forgot about you. Mend a broken relationship. Aww! Stella wraps your cousin in a tight hug. Aww! He's so sweet. Aww, don't be a stranger, okay? Never again, I promise. Aww, it's so cute. You and Tabitha quietly return to the estate, both of you impossibly exhausted by the day's events. I've got to crash. I'll see you tomorrow. She heads to bed without another word. Go to bed. Exhausted beyond belief, you stumble into your room and collapse on the bed. As your eyes sink, you realize that something smells off about the room. It smells rotten. You jolt as awake as the door creaks. Don't look so frightened. I don't have my mixing board anymore. I opted for a different audio solution, Sammy, so I don't have the option to do the Wayne voice now. I was just going to say goodnight and to give you a word of advice. Tabitha won't be around tomorrow. Too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you, and you might be surprised at what you find. Until then, sleep well. Wait! Wayne pauses at the door. Yes? I thought you wanted me to stay at this here. Why are you following me now? I can't not do that. I got to. I just got to. Thanks for tucking me in. Of course, I want to make sure someone is always looking out for you. You can think of me as something like a guardian angel if you'd like. Okay, no more flirting options. Like, I want to know more about him, and it seems like the best way to do that would be to ingratiate myself in some manner. So, like, yeah, did you know Reese was... I'm curious about that. I knew he was different. How exactly, I wasn't sure, but now I know. Yeah, aren't you going to lecture me? You were free to make your own decisions, and those decisions have been made. I know that something pulls at you. And I know that now you can't stop until your task is finished. I'll keep you safe while you do what you must. Thanks for looking out for me. Anytime you find yourself in danger, I'll be there for you. I will always be there for you. Okay, good talk. Gonna sleep now. Good night, Hamperbutt. Wayne leaves your room and closes the door behind him. The damp smell of the mattress is starting to become almost welcoming, a sign that the now daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you, at least until the sun inevitably rises once again. You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese and the way his mangled but still living body writhed in his funeral pyre. And then you think of nothing. This is the end of episode 4. Follow us on social media to stay up to date on the rest of Scarlet Hollow's development. All right. I am really looking forward to episode 5, whenever that may come out. I hope that it does. I am hoping, like, this is the danger of early access, and I know that we're all aware of it. For what it's worth, I will say, if you're on the fence about getting this game, episodes 1 through 4 absolutely have gotten my money's worth. Hands down, no complaints whatsoever. I just hope that this isn't vaporware. I hope that this does finally actually get continued on with development and completed within the storyline. I don't know if that's going to happen with episode 5 or episode 6 or episode 7, and I hope that it's not going to be like this exponentially long time in between each one. I I mean, as much as I would love to be streaming this until 2034, doesn't necessarily mean that's ideal. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for joining me through this round. I'm going to have to come up with another game to play on Thursday at 5 a.m., but I hope to see you there. Thank you, Jemana. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you, Robert, for joining me on this live stream. If you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, you can always check me out on Twitch at rotted_gaming. So I will talk to you all later. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Let's have a great week ahead, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.